Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Call O'Clock with the package we didn't get to last time and a much bigger one from Germany, both from bricklink.com. Okay, well I think I'm going to start with the bigger package from Germany, just because it's a bit more exciting I think, because in here should be a very hard to get ship hull, which will enable me to build, you guessed it, another ship for my harbour area, and here it is. Wow, look at that. Isn't that really nice? That is the hull from the set 4031 Firefighter from 1991, and this shape of hull with this sort of triangular back only came in two sets, this and the absolutely wonderful 4030 cargo carrier from 1987. And I got it in red rather than my much preferred set, the cargo carrier, because, well, firstly, the blue boat costs £100 for a really bad example with, faded parts and parts missing and all the rest of it. And if you want a really new one, for example, still in box, it'll go up to $1,500, would you believe? Absolutely crazy money. But the Fire version is a lot cheaper and easier to come by as a result. So, wow, this is a good shape. It's a really good size. And the other reason I wanted this red one was because, well, I've already got a really big blue boat in my harbour, being the City Lines boat. That's the big one with all the containers all over it. And the red boat that I did have in my harbour was the crab boat, and that has now moved to my 20,000 bricks under the sea cabinet. So it just seemed like a perfect idea to get the kind of the same boat in a way, that I really wanted, but in a different colour for a lot less money, and one that's going to look a lot more interesting in my harbour and have diversity of colour and so on. So what I'm going to do is pull off these fire stickers on both of the sides. I'll keep the nice sort of plimsoll line type markings and the number 4031. I'm sure I can tidy those up a little bit. The one on the front, the fact it's damaged I don't think matters. I mean, have you seen proper real life ships? I mean, they're in the right state, half of them. So I think I'll probably try and move them a little bit using my patented hot tea technique to make them look as good as they can. But otherwise, yeah, I'm really happy with this. Now, what I am going to be doing with this hull is, in a way, faithfully reproducing the cargo carrier set, the blue one, 4030, by basically including the hulls, which should be in here somewhere. Here we go. And, well, quite a lot of the same setup, really, but I'm going to continue the colour change onto kind of the top of the deck as well, because, ooh, I've never done this before, so this is quite fun. Oh, there's a bit of a space there. Yeah, I'm going to continue the colour change on top, so we've got all of the elements that were blue in that original set will now be red and so on. And I think I will be modernising kind of the back part with all of the wheelhouse on and so on. But yeah, I want masts on it, I want the holds with the doors, I want the anchor elements on the front, a turntable with the crane on, all of that really good stuff just in red. So this store had absolutely loads of old pieces. So we've got these old turntable pieces. I didn't know exactly what colour I wanted, so I got old grey, because all of these greys aren't just faded, they're old grey, and in fact they're pretty good condition really. So that could be the crane, or maybe I want it in red. Wasn't sure, so I got both, so that's working really well. That is for a secret build for something else, as is that's for the same secret build actually. So that's really interesting. Let me see if I can find other pieces that will go into this build. Oh, here we go. Here's loads of old ship parts. So I've got loads of masts, and the one that I'm probably going to use on this ship is the red one, and that looks like really good condition. So these sort of forks here hold different bits on, and the top can hold a light and so on. So that would be kind of part of the red crane on there. I've got some yellow ones as well, because they'll be going on my second ship that I'll be making. So I'll put those to one side. That's for the second ship. This is a tail that I just needed for a Dr. Inferno type build, for that side build of the flyer that was in the sort of HQ set. Couple of anchors for this, probably. So that's good. What else have we got for this? Here's another bag of stuff that's relevant. red railings, these lower ones. I'm not sure I've had these before in red. But yeah, they're really good. So they're 6 long, so you can put them diagonally using the sort of 5-4, 3-4-5 triangle sort of thing like that legally. And they look really good. So they'll be on the front there. And for some of these older pieces, I got more than I needed, just so if one of them was a bit lackluster in colour, I would have a spare. So that's that. An old style hook. I thought that would be appropriate to use for sort of a kind of retro build. And these things in yellow. So these are one example of what you can clip to these masts. And they'll be kind of the crane. Ooh, don't snap, don't snap. That looks like it's under a bit of pressure. I'm going to abandon that. Don't like that. Try it on the other one, see if it moves a bit better on there. Oh, there we go, that went on. So that kind of helps with the crane. So you bring the string up here through that little slit there, through there, and then it could pick something up with a hook, kind of like that. And then when it's on a turntable like that, it can pick something right out of these 2 cargo bays. So yeah, I've got all sorts of stuff, 2 more of those as well. Here are some other things that I can clip to that. So we've got the 3-forked sort of one of those. Modified plate, 2 of those, and 2 in red. I've got the 1x2 and the 2x1. So we can kind of attach them to here. Oh, golly, that takes a bit of pushing. I'm going to do that when I'm not on camera. I don't want to snap anything by doing it slightly wrong. And that one too, but you get the idea. So one can go like that and one can kind of go like that or something, and maybe one's a light or maybe one's a bit of a mast or something like that. So really good pieces there, really hard to get hold of as well in the UK, which is why I had to go to Germany. Now that shows some good planning. I bought in Old Grey the 4x12 plates, so that will go either at the front, kind of in that gap, or at the back or in the middle. Might be between the 2, I can't really remember where it's supposed to go, but it's kind of like that. There we go. And then here's loads of the parts that I was saying about the doors that would have been blue are now going to be red. So these will kind of be supporting all of the doors that will open and close over each of these cargo canopies, kind of like that. So I'm kind of doing half the build now, so it won't be much of a surprise when we get there, but there's absolutely loads of those. And some white ones of a different type. That will probably be on the wheelhouse. And here are the doors themselves. So I bought too many of these deliberately because I wouldn't know what white they were going to be. I think that one looks quite yellowed, for example. Well, not too bad, but some are whiter than others. But you get the idea. These basically go on here and will close. Ooh, so I think I do need that part in the middle, but you get the idea. And they will close and kind of seal the cargo bay. Oh, like that. Wow, so that is the main reason for this order, as you might imagine. Absolutely loads of fabulous ship parts to kind of make my version of the cargo carrier. And while I was there, obviously I got as many other things as I could use. I got these garage doors in yellow, which are quite rare in yellow, quite hard to get. So I can either use those as a sort of security blind going over a shop, or as a garage door as you would, expect to see them. Here's some more bits. Another couple of those dark grey, that's old dark grey sort of pipe pieces that I'm going to be using as a sort of guardrail. Then we've got a yellow reel, and that's going to be part of the crane. So it's kind of like a fireman's sort of hose type reel, but that can be mounted on there. I think in the build it goes underneath the mast, kind of like that. And that's where the string comes up to go over the thing. Then I've got one of these pipes. And then I got this while I was there, which is incredibly old. Check that out for a cool crane piece. This kind of, I don't know what you call that, sort of sticky outy bit for the crane in red. And this is ridiculously old in that it's from set 332 tow truck from 1967. Wow, that's old. Oh, wow. And you can kind of tell in a way, it's quite floppy, but that's all right. And it's got a metal handle to turn by hand. No string on it, but I can sort that out. And it's quite clever, and it goes sort of both ways, depending on which way you flip it. Now, I just bought this because it was different, and I'd never seen one. Definitely never owned one before. And maybe I'll use it as part of one of the facades along my harbour. Or maybe I could even incorporate it with one of these ships. I don't know, actually. It was mainly just to buy to kind of see how it was. And I've got to say, I really, really like it. It's a really nice piece. So, yeah, that's very cool. A couple of ship windows for the wheelhouse. A couple more plates in old light grey. I must have needed those for the build. Hey, an absolute bag of these. I think I've probably said that I should stop buying these before, and I really should, otherwise my entire 20,000 bricks under the sea cabinet is going to be basically just 20,000 of these. But I do very much like them, and they're usually incredibly cheap whenever you do see them, and that's why I can't resist them. But a massive stack of those will make a really big plant. But one that I don't regret buying is the one in old dark grey. Because, well, I've never seen it before. And this is kind of the first one I was after as well, to be honest. So this one only came in one set, 6444, Outback Airstrip from 1997, where it was kind of part of a windmill or a wind generator or something like that. And I kind of wanted the same. I don't exactly even know where I'm going to use it, really. But, yeah, that was the first one I wanted. And then I got hooked at buying all of the green ones as well. But, yeah, so I can finally take that off my wanted list, and in doing so maybe it will stop recommending that I buy more of these. Right, one more bag. So this is a really killer order, actually, isn't it? I mean, all these parts are absolutely fantastic. And check this out. I got this not because I really needed it, but because I saw it and thought, what is that? So it's kind of an 8x8 round modified tile or modified plate, depending on how you look at it. With a great big target printed on it. And I don't know how I'm going to use that, but clearly it's got to be some sort of mega weapon or something like that for Dr. Inferno or somebody like that. I mean, you could kind of think of it as the end of a telescope or something, can't you? Oh my God, it could be that, couldn't it? You can make an observatory that sort of goes up to that, and it's sort of looking at the back at the lens of the down the telescope. Oh, so lots of ideas already. But this was from just one set, Alpha Team Bomb Squad from 6775 in 2001. And I don't think you get that set today, a Bomb Squad set. It's far too controversial for Lego. At the moment, it's got a bit namby-pamby, if you ask me, with not even releasing a Dynamite Factory. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, yeah, this must have been the target that you aimed the projectile launcher from that set at. Tried to knock it over and score a point. So that's good. Don't know how I'm going to use that, as I say, so ideas maybe for that if you've got any better ones than mine. Here's some panel pieces. These two are clearly from a fire engine and clearly from set 60023, which was the Lego City Starter set from 2013. It had a very sort of basic fire engine, police and ambulance in it. But I just want the stickers to basically add to one of my fire engines, because I'm going to try and have different fire numbers kind of on each of my engines, even when they're the same set, if you see what I mean. So then basically it looks like they're all different numbers from the same stable. So that's what I'm planning to use those for. And then I got loads of these because I think I've told you before that I'm planning to do a mobile phone shop. So there's 4 little panels here that I can take the stickers off that say Vodafone. And they were only in 8362. Ferrari F1 Racer, where they're on that front wing on either side. So, yeah, that'll be good to either put on boxes for a delivery or maybe on boxes that somebody's just purchased or something like that. And here's some for the SSP that I've gone through a million times. We're getting smaller and smaller with these parts. So we got some old school letters. Just never have any of these when I want them. And they're quite good for all sorts of signs and things. So picked up a few of those. Talking of mobile phones, to stock my mobile phone shop, I've got 5 of these 1x2s, and they say mobile phone on them. That's how I know it's a mobile phone. And they only came in one set as well, 8130 Terrain Crusher, which is a tiny turbo set from 2007, where it's on the roof there. So yeah, clearly somebody had quite a few of those sets. Then we've just got a Dr. Inferno sticker. Kind of get enough of those for all of the sort of Dr. Inferno builds of the future. This is from the Turbo Car Chase 8634 from 2008, where it's on the gate there, a couple of them. So that's nice. And last in that bag, yes, a nice 2x2 tile of a seahorse. That was in 3 sets, including 1782, the Discovery Station from 1997. And I can't work out if this is sort of just a primitive sort of seahorse piece that was on the sea floor, or if it was kind of supposed to be a fossil on the sea floor. Either way, they're sort of collecting them to bring them back to the ship for X-ray. But I kind of thought this was the X-ray. But if they're already on the sea floor, as in that picture of that set, then that's either the living creature, which is quite primitive, or, yeah, they're fossils. Who knows? Quite big as well compared to the minifigure, but anyway. So there's that one. I'm not sure if I had that one. I've got all the other ones that look like this in this sort of series, so I thought I'd get that one just in case. It's good quality as well. A few more little bags. Yes, so we've got some ladder pieces in the old grey, which can help decorate the engines of one of my ships. We've got one of those sort of hooks for kind of hauling onto something in red. Can't remember why I got that. Maybe it's one of those wind speed type things, I don't know, for on top of the wheelhouse. And then I got these in 3 different colours. So there's the black one, the yellow one, and the red one. And the red one's probably the one I'll use on this ship. And you kind of put that at the front there and thread the string for the anchor through there. And that's kind of the bit that it pulls through this hole, then through there, and then kind of onto a reel up here. So that's what that's for. Really interesting piece. Sometimes they're on spaceships as well as kind of the joystick sort of controls of it. Some headlight bricks in yellow and one of these black facet bricks, which I need for my double modular build that I'm designing. Some of the really rare bricks for that build I'm already starting to collect because, well, they're hard to find, so all the better. So that will just be in a relatively innocuous place in there, but it's good to get it while you can. Then we've got a nice purple flame, which has probably been on all sorts of antimatter sets, but has also been on 9457, the Fangpire Wrecking Ball from 2012. And that is an Ninjago set that is very cool. I like everything about that set. Wow, that is seriously cool. I love the Wrecking Ball build as well itself. Yeah, that is really nasty looking, isn't it? Anyway, I'll probably use my purple flame under the sea as a plant because it looks lovely and exotic. Lavender head, medium lavender, I think. And that will be inside one of those purple puffer fishes that I've already got. And then one last piece for the ship is an old style sort of torch piece in red that will probably be part of the stuff on the top of the wheelhouse up here. Horn or something like that. 2 heads that I just like the look of with these glasses on and this sort of wry grin. I kind of thought they looked a bit like the Matrix, like Neo or something like that. No. And then last but not least, this really cool torso from Zane. This was only in one set, 70591, Cryptarium Prism Breakout from 2016. Which is another set that's showing some serious social distancing in between all of its characters there. But this is basically a crook torso with the stripes on as per usual. But this one is kind of pulled back to reveal some robotic workings on the inside. And I just really like the idea of that. So maybe one of my criminals will be a bionic man or something like that. Half robot, half man. Very dangerous. Kind of like a Terminator or something in disguise. I don't know. So ideas for that as well. So yeah, that and the target definitely need ideas. They were very speculative. But that first order with this wonderful old crane and loads of interesting pieces and tons for my first big new ship build has been awesome. Let's move on to the second package. Alright, so here's the second package, and we were going to do this on the last subscriber haul, but we didn't get to it just because the subscriber packages took a good amount of time because they were so amazing. And if you want to send a package to a future brick haul, you can to the normal address. But if I just put this to one side, have we got any paperwork? Oh, we've got a card. I usually don't show those, but there we are, pull that off. We've got all sorts of bags here. So first of all, we've got an absolute mound of 4x6 plates in tan, an absolute load of those. So I'll just throw all those around, and you can probably guess what they are for. They are for making into the crates of my cargo area, because last time I had used all my sort of 2x6s, two of those or three 2x4s just to make loads of these. So this will enable me, first of all, to get those parts back in my cargo area, but also to make a few sort of stacks of unused pallets that will just be quite high, all on top of each other, sort of to one side, because you always see in those places they have loads of spare pallets. So I'll just need to add the 1x4s on each side, and I can make huge stacks of those to kind of even improve on that area. So I'll push all these to the sides. Then we've got some very neatly packed bags here, that many. I won't tip all these out because these are all new pieces and these are all used pieces, or shall I? Well, I suppose I can easily separate them. I will tip them out. So this has got absolutely loads of the little new flower pieces, and I bought mainly the two colours I'm going to be using underwater. Coral here, which do fluoresce under UV light, and these kind of aqua colour, because I just think they look really kind of like lichen, sort of really sort of low light using sort of plants, and I think they'll look really good on the darker, deeper levels. Then I've got a few of these interesting slopes I'm going to be using on a sort of what is it? A rail build that was a challenge. Yeah, so there we go. I'm trying to find my words. So there'll be a few parts of that on here. Need to get all of that so I can get building it. I think these purple quarter tiles are going to be in that build as well. We've got some glitter cones and other little bits and bobs for builds. This one I think I might need my knife for. Now here again, I'm really starting to buy the pieces for that double modular, because although I haven't finished it, I have finished certain elements of it. So these red plates, for example, are one of the floors. These bricks are needed all over the place. These modified bricks in white. These are for some paths in my fairground, because that's what we'll be doing pretty soon actually. Hold on, you need a pair that's the same. Yes, so you can make sort of a diagonal path like that. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing in the fairground fairly soon. So there'll be another one once I've got all the rides in. It's looking awesome, that fairground now, isn't it? Really, really happy with that. We've got some turquoise, dark turquoise bricks. We're going to be seeing a lot more of those in future hauls, because they are used quite prevalently on my new build. Bits of fluff everywhere. I can't tell if that's from packaging or from what, but anyway. Some pink ladders. This is kind of a speculative build, but I think I will be using them in that double modular, kind of as a fire escape. Pink is in the colouring of one of the builds, so it's going to be pretty garish, isn't it? You can already tell. What else have we got? Here's another bag with some more dark turquoise. And there is another one of those flat trunks. And this is a gold one, so this could be used to make that Ark of the Covenant open that we did in the cargo area, or just go under the sea or something like that. I do like those. They're really good. I almost prefer them to the domed ones actually. Got some of these to go under the sea to hold plant pieces on. Blue plates. That's going to be extending an existing build in Brick Nottingham, but I'm not going to tell you which. Loads of these propeller pieces, because I'm going to make some black coral plants, and they're going to be dead plants that have been sort of killed by some pollutants. So we'll have a sort of polluted scene and a sort of clean scene. So it'll kind of be making an ecological point. So that'll be good. More white bricks. An absolute load of little tiles in loads of pretty colours. And these are all for my double modular. So we've got bright pink, we've got bright light yellow, we've got medium azure rather, and a few brown plates as well. So I shall scatter those all over the place and have to sort them all out again later. What else have we got? Lots of modified bricks. Got the profile bricks in masonry bricks in dark orange, and more modified bricks in white, and some 1x2s in the dark turquoise. And a nice good selection here. This looks like plates and modified plates. We've got quite a lot of these tan ones with the teeth on, both the 1x2 with the 3 teeth and the 1x1 with 1 tooth. That's for the challenge build 2 of those. Good. I think we're nearly there on that. Yeah, some other bits and bobs, but yeah, let's tip all those on as well. Get some colour over here and over here for the thumbnail picture. And then, last but not least, a bag with some minifigure parts in. And some printed parts. So let's tip all these out. So we've got a Build a minifigure pair of legs, which I'll probably use as swimwear or maybe underpants. You'll have to give me ideas for how to use that. But that's good fun. Haven't got one of those in white. Then we've got some heads. Got a lady head there with kind of a sort of face. I think that's from May from the 80033 Evil Macaques Mech from 2022. So that's pretty cool. Throw that in there. We've got a very sleepy face. Oh, that would be good for somebody on a park bench, wouldn't it? That's from the 80108 Lunar New Year Traditions set. That's also a new one. But I really like that. Yeah, that's very cool. So put that there. We've got, there's another one of the my ones. There we've got the really happy sort of panting face that is the pug suit guy. So I've got one on my pug suit guy, but what if I want somebody who's having an ice cream and giving it a big lick? Fantastic. Oh, there's the yellow sort of bowl haircut from the Everyone is Awesome set. What's that? 40516. Yeah, that was from last year. So that's kind of a pretty unfortunate haircut there, but a good piece. What have we got here? This is somebody enjoying some music. Or, no, I think that one. Enjoying the music, because that's the Series 21 Violin Kid. And again, I've got that on the Violin Kid, but not a spare one. There we've got a head that's unique to a City Advent calendar that I didn't have. So it's the 2021 one because I got the Star Wars calendar that year. So this guy's called Top Hat Tom, apparently. So you'll have to tell me if he's in the cartoon or, you know, Lego program or what. But I've not heard of that character before. But that's a very nice head, isn't it? I like that one. Then we've got another Violin Kid guy and another pug suit guy. And then we've got the Chinese lantern with the tiger on. That looks very nice indeed. So that is from 80109, the Lunar New Year Ice Festival set. So I'll be able to hang that from probably my floating Chinese restaurant. Then some printed pieces in this bag. We have got a jelly bean box. Now that's come in 2 sets, including 76399 Hogwarts Magical Trunk from 2022. I only got one of those, did I? Yeah, I only got one of those just to say I have one, but I really like that. I don't think that was very cheap. We've got a sort of Friends coloured cash till. That's good to have. These two are little radios from the inside of a car, being the 76902 McLaren Elva from 2021. And the real one looks a lot cooler than that set, I must say, with a windscreen being an optional extra, would you believe? Elva comes from the name Elva, apparently. She goes, so very interesting. Yeah, so they kind of look like the Darth Vader's chest plate, really, but they aren't. They're little radios. You can see the play button there. So I'm going to use those in a similar sort of setting. I just thought they were cool. I need 2 of those. Pack of peanuts. That was in a few sets, like the Sesame Street one, but also 75549, the Minion Pilot in Training from 2021. Ooh, gelato! There's a rubbish impression for you. Then we got some waffles in tan, in a heart shape, and they're very nice. I like those. I've had those on my list for absolutely ages because they're unique to the set 41426, Heart Lake City Park Cafe from 2020. And I kind of figured they might go down in price, and I don't think they ever did. But hey-ho, got 2 of those now, so I'll have to get somebody having those for their breakfast. Put those up there. One of these, which glows in the dark, but since I just received loads of glow-in-the-dark tiles as part of those packs of dots on the last haul, don't really need that so much or so urgently anymore. But hey, I've got one. I can always use it under the sea as some sort of shell. And then last, but definitely not least, is this guy. Wow. Isn't this an interesting colour? A very sort of off-white. And that is because it is glow in the dark. Which face do I want? I have the scared one. That looks good. Yeah. And even the hair is glow in the dark colour. Usually it's only part of a model that is glow in the dark. But this one apparently is all glow in the dark. So I'm really happy with that. So he is from the set 76389, Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets from 2021. And his name is Nearly Headless Nick. And I'm just going to test his glow in the darkness with my UV. Oh yeah, look. He is glowing all over the place. Hair, face, arms, chest, and legs. Brilliant. Oh yes. I really like that. It's hard to show you. There we go. It's hard to show you when I've got these bright filming lights on as well, but there you go. Now, I don't know much about Harry Potter, but I do think that this character is a ghost after being a powerful wizard. But then he said to Lord Voldemort, "Strike me down. I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine." And Voldemort struck him down with his red wand. And then all that was left was his cloak, by the way, which was a bit weird. And then after that, yeah, he glowed in the dark. So that's the story of Nearly Headless Nick. Yeah, I think that's right. Cool. What a wonderful pair of hauls. Awesome. Well, part of me feels a bit greedy opening two packages as one haul when they were both so fantastic, but I have got packages actually piling up, would you believe? So I really do need to start getting through them. The first one, obviously, was mainly centered around this wonderful ship hull and the pieces that are going to be on them. You can almost imagine how that's going to look already, and I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So we probably won't have to wait too long for that because I'll be too keen to get on with it. And then the second one had some really interesting pieces and lots of normal but vital ones for my upcoming double modular. So yeah, the fact that I've started buying for that and I haven't finished designing it kind of at the other end is a bit of a concern, but I'm sure we'll get there fine. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be continuing on with the undersea base, which is just over there. And on Monday, I don't know what we're doing on Monday. Well, we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. But whatever we get up to, I'm sure we'll have a great time. So, see you! Ooh, very nice.